Hi guys! Today's video is going to be a long overdue monthly favorites video. I filmed an entire best of 2016 video for you guys back in December, and because of storage problems on my phone, I never actually uploaded it, and I am finally getting over it. So I am going to try once again to do a best of January. I'm not going to do the whole year. I'm over that now. Let's just let that go. But I am going to do the best of January because there were some products that I really did like this month and some products that I kind of started using this month, so I wanted to share that with you. I am going to try to keep this as short as possible because, like I said, I had some storage issues last time and I want to make sure that I actually get this uploaded. So luckily there weren't that many products that stood out to me in January, so this shouldn't be too long, but I am going to talk fast and try to keep it short. So let's jump right in. So this was a complete no-brainer for me. Two products that I absolutely fell in love with. This one I'm only using in the sample size, but I'm obsessed, is the Benefit Give Me Brow, and it is in the color 1. I believe they go 1 through 5, and I probably would actually be a 2, but it was a free sample, so it came as a 1. And then also the Ka-Brow by Benefit. These are two of the best brow products I have ever used. They have definitely made me want to get the other brow products that they have. This is kind of just like a brush that has a little bit of a hint of color and will keep your brows in place. And then this product is more for drawing them in. It has a little brush like that, and then it is a actual dip pomade. In this one, I am in the shade 3. If I were to buy the pencil, I'd probably be the shade 2 because you're going to want that to be a little bit lighter. This product has made drawing my brows on so easy. I was obsessed with the Anastasia of Beverly Hills product for a very long time, and I gave it up this month, and now I'm into these. They also have a conditioner of some sort for your brows, and I've heard that they're amazing as well, so I'm going to check that out, and who knows, maybe that'll be in my next favorites. But yes, if you are trying to work on your brows and up your brow game, I highly recommend these. They are so precise, they are easy to work with, and there's a good variety of colors too, so it would help for a lot of different people with a lot of different shades of eyebrows. Next up is not necessarily a makeup product, it is a skin product, and it is from Tarte, and it is the Tarte Skincare High Performance Naturals, the Pack Your Bags 911 Under Eye Rescue Patches. I will be taking this when I travel next month. I will be putting it on my under eye on the plane. They're great if you have bags under your eyes, and if you have, like, sometimes if I sleep even too much, I get a little bit that looks like almost like bruising in here. This will take this away, and it also just hydrates your under eye and makes it feel absolutely great. I can't remember how much the product cost, but I think it came with 5, so it's definitely a good deal because it's not something that you're going to be using every single day. It's more for like emergency situations. So yeah, definitely recommend this, especially if you do a lot of traveling. Staying in the Tarte family, I fell in love with the Tarte's Pro Glow highlight and contour palette. I absolutely love this palette. I think the packaging is awesome, and I also just really love the shades in it. This is kind of like a cream contour shade. As you can see, it works really well. And then this is, it like kind of feels like a cream, but it actually is a powder, I believe. But the formula is just very soft. I've been using that as a bronzer a lot lately, and I've been contouring with this. And then it comes with 4 highlight shades. You have these shades up here, which are absolutely beautiful. I don't know how well you can see them, but they're more like, you know, your champagne-y colors. They're just completely gorgeous. And then there's even a little bit of a darker highlight. I don't think it will really show up, but it's very bronzy and it can be used even as a bronzer. So this palette is just really great. I feel like there's a lot of different shades and it could be used for a lot of different things. Like I said, I've been using the brown as a bronzer. I've been using this to contour. I've been using these as highlights and as eyeshadows. It's a great palette. It's very affordable, and I would highly recommend it. Another bronzer that I've been obsessed with this month, and I'm not going to talk too much about it because I recently did a little bit of a review in another video on it, and that is the Butter Bronzer. It comes with this little thing, which I promised you guys I was going to do a video on because I actually applied my bronzer with it one day and I thought it worked pretty well. But whether you use that or not, it is a really, 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 really good bronzer. It is, let me see if I can do a little swatch for you here, if I have any room left. It's kind of hard to see because it's not as dark as other bronzers. It's very buttery and it smells like coconuts. So, I mean, that's kind of says it all right there. It's also drugstore, so it's I think like 10, 12, at most $13, which is awesome for a good bronzer. I would grab this over a lot of my high-end bronzers. So yes, it is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I have it in the shade Bronzer, but I believe they have a light bronzer as well for those of you who have fairer skin. Another product that I was obsessed with this month was a product that I got for Christmas from my soon-to-be mother-in-law that I love so much. She completely understands my love for makeup, and she got me this palette for Christmas. It is the Kat Von D Metal Mattes palette, and a lot of YouTubers were not really that into this palette. They said that they didn't like it. They thought it was overrated, but I think it's absolutely amazing. It comes with all of these mattes and then all of these shimmers, and for the most part, I believe there is kind of, except for maybe like the white and black, there is pretty much a shimmer to go with each shade. So you can create a lot of looks. You can create a more neutral look with some of the shades down here. You could do something a little bit cooler with some of the cool tones up here. There's just a lot you can do with this palette, and I really cannot believe how insanely pigmented this palette is. It is nuts, the pigment in this palette. It's absolutely gorgeous. Shimmers sometimes really just absolutely disappoint me, but this palette, every shimmer is more beautiful than the next, and I think that this is one that you could bring somewhere on vacation or traveling, and you could create so many different looks with it because, I mean, look at it. There's just so many colors. You could do anything with this. I think that the formula, the mattes are not as good as I would love them to be, but for the price and for all the colors that you're getting, I think that this is a good palette to have. Next up is the RCMA No Color Powder. I know everyone raves about this. In the winter, my skin gets very dry, so the Laura Mercier kind of cakes on my under eye. So I have been using this. I've been obsessed with it. The packaging sucks, so I have poured a little bit into an old Makeup Forever case, just because every time I use it, it goes everywhere, but that's kind of everyone's problem. So hopefully they fix that soon. I will say this is $12, so for $12, I don't really care if the packaging sucks because you can always put it in something else. And for $12, it's one of the best powders, translucent powders that I have ever used. It's great for baking. It's great for setting the under eye, and so it does not have any flashback. Some of them have this flashback where when you take a photo, the whiteness will kind of just shoot back at you. This does not have that, and for $12, that's really, really, really impressive. But please, 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 please change your packaging because you can do better. I know you can. Next up, I have a hair care product. This was actually a sample. I had a full size and I lost it. I don't know what happened to it. It is the Bumble and Bumble BB Pret powder, and it is a equal parts dry shampoo, style extender, and volume in a pinch. I don't know what all that means, but what I do know is that this stuff is amazing. I have used it as a form of dry shampoo before, but mostly what I will do is, I'll kind of even show you even though I put some in, I will put a little bit in my hand, and then I will go right into the roots and kind of just rub it in. I will do this before I finish blow drying my hair usually, and then blow dry it a little bit more, and it just gives it this extra volume without making it like sticky or hard like hairspray would. And I'll be honest with you, I've had this for like 4 months and I use it quite a bit, and there's still a lot in there. When they say like volume in a pinch, you literally only need a pinch, and it's quite pricey. I think the full size is $25 and this one was $12, but definitely worth the money. It's great for your hair if it is fine or oily in any way like mine is, or if you have any spots, like I have a weird swirly cowlick thing in the back, and I can kind of just rub this through and just kind of pop it over that, and it really does help with volume, greasiness, all of the above. So definitely recommend this. Next up, I have the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and they are used for the Pro Concealer HD High Definition Concealer. This is like a yellow shade for brightening your under eye. This is the regular concealer. This is a brown that I use to contour. It is in the shade Toast. This is a green for covering redness. Somewhere I have a red one that helps cover bags under your eyes. They are drugstore concealers. They work so well. They have like a little like brush kind of thing that you can see here, so you don't really waste that much product. You can kind of just squeeze up what you want. You can draw on your face really well with them. They blend well, and honestly I thought that this would be shitty as an under eye concealer, but I really liked the way it came out, and sometimes I go to this over some of the more high-end concealers, even my Shape Tape. I love my Shape Tape, but the color in this, something about it just really brightens the under eye. And even with this is like the perfect shade. I thought it was going to be too dark, but it is the perfect shade for contouring with. It's this one right here, especially when I am a little bit darker. Right now I'm a little paler, so it might not be good for me, but when I have a spray tan or something like that, it is perfect. And they're like $3, so you're welcome. Lastly, I am going to do something that I do not normally do, and I promised myself that I would never do this, but I just feel like I have to, and I have to be completely honest with you. I'm going to tell you about a product that I do not love. And if you love this product, I'm very sorry. It's different for everyone, but for me, this product just did not work. It is the Bye Bye Under Eye Illumination Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. I do love their other under eye concealer, the other It Works under eye concealer. It's not my favorite, but it definitely is a good coverage, and it was a concealer that was one of the first ones I ever got, and I did like it. But this, ugh. I should not be complaining because it came in my Ipsy, so really it doesn't matter, but I saw it and I got so excited. I was like, Illuminator, oh my god, is it a highlighter or is it like those FX Moondrop things? And no, it's just a regular concealer, and it's very thick, it's very cakey, it's very goopy, and it does have a little bit of a sheen to it. So now I'm like kind of thinking like, wait, do I need to give it another chance? But then I remember that I hardly ever have problems with my skin, especially with breaking out, and I kind of put this on a little bit, and I did put a little bit more than I should, not knowing the product. Sorry, my hands are really dirty from doing all those swatches. But anyway, it just, it got like, it made my under eye patchy. I don't have it on right now, but it made my under eye patchy. It sunk into my fine lines. I did not feel like it illuminated it at all. Also made me break out really badly, and I don't have that sensitive of skin. My skin does get dry, and especially in the winter I don't really break out because my skin is so dry. So yeah, I just I would really, if I use this again, I would have to use it with serious caution. And I mean, maybe it's for you. Maybe I got a bad one. I don't know. If you like this, or if you've used this and think it's good, write down in the comments to me, because maybe if enough of you say that it's good, I'll give it another shot. So that completes this video. Those are all the products that I had to share with you for my January favorites. If you liked that I threw in a product that was a little bit more of a miss for me, let me know, because I can certainly start including those a little bit more. I never want to make a video all about just products I don't like, because I just think that's kind of negative and silly, but every once in a while it can't hurt to throw something in that didn't really work for me, just to kind of maybe make you guys steer clear of it. Yeah, so let me know what you think about that in the comments below, and thank you for watching this video. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned later this week for the video on this look right here. Thanks for watching.